What's up, y'all? It's your girl Toya, and I'm back with another video. So, Toya dropped a hot seat video with Casey, Beedy, and Nene, and it was spicy, y'all. It was hot. Okay, like the first, honestly, to start off, they were just in the kitchen vibing. They was making tacos, but after that, they got situated, and Toya set them in the hot seat, all three of them at the same time, and she went crazy. Like, it started off with Beedy. It was like, who was your worst partner that you know you've done it with? Beedy answered that. Like, you know, it was simple because Beedy's like, I'm not drinking the snake juice, you know, I'm not doing that. And then it was Nay's turn. When I tell you, Toya started scrolling, she's like, oh my God. Like, you could already, let me tell you how y'all knew it was bad for Nay. When they was trying to get her the snake before they even gave her a question. That's how you knew them questions was crazy. So it's like, you know, you might as well just go ahead and take your snake. Like, but I mean, she did end up, I think the question was, did you move to LA with Armand? And in like technical speaking terms, she did not move to LA with Armand. Like, she went by herself, and like, you know, he's moving to LA, but like separate times, if that makes any sense to anybody. And then let me tell you what's really funny. Toya gonna stay talking about the people want to know. Like, look, it's like, you know, she trying to make the question sound better. The people want to know. Like, nah, Toya, you know you want to know a little bit too. Like, come on. But yeah, that's Toya like little signature. The people want to know. And so then it was like, Casey, okay, this part was just funny because Nate's reaction, it was like, Casey, how many bodies do you have? And bro was like, he didn't even know. He's like, I don't even know. So I think he ended up, look, they had pulled out the snake juice. He's talking about, I think it's like 100 something. I'm like, yo, Casey, what's going on here? But what's funny, like, he said it. And then so if y'all watch Love Island, y'all know it's a part when Ella's like, shut it down, shut it down. So Nate literally does the shut it down part. And that set me because she had the accent too. And I'm just like, Love Island to really call all of us because this season was just a hit. Like, the one-liners, it's giving in. But yeah, it's really just like, Nate did that. I was like, yeah. Like, I be on Twitter sometimes just to see what TV shows Nate watching because we literally got that same taste in TV, and that's why I like really vibe with Nate. But it was also Casey looking at her like, girl, what is you doing? Yeah, that's that Love Island, bro. That's that Love Island. And then, okay, let me tell y'all this one. So the question was, BD, are you still with your girlfriend? And so then Toya's like, you know what? I'm going to save her. And y'all tune in August 24th to find out, because y'all know the Toya and Reginae show on WETV. So she's like, basically tune into that to find out your answer. But like, what's crazy is I'm saying, and then no, it's Nate talking about, dang, Ma, you could have saved me for my question too. I was done. I'm like, you know what? Your mama could have at least picked you, you know, saved you once or twice. Like, oh, well, tune into the TV show. But nah, she saved her sister. And yeah, so tune in. Don't forget, y'all. Tune in. Toya and Reginae, WETV. Don't miss out, okay? And then, okay, like this next question, she's like, Toya's like, I can't ask my daughter that. But she ended up asking all of them, and it was like, do you let your partner do it on a red light? And I think Beedy said no. At first, Casey's like, I don't even know. And they're like, you don't know when your partner's on her red light? He's like, nah, you would have to call her and ask her. I was done. I'm like, Casey, Lord, help you, bro. Help you. Because you should, like, have a hint. Like, you know, you should know a little bit. But, and then Nate ended up, she didn't take a shot, okay? Here's the thing, though. I feel like sometimes Nate has, like, a laugh that just gives away, like, we knew the answer to that one, though. Like, she's answered that before in one of her other, you know, questions she did with one of her peoples. So it was like, we knew the answer to that. So her laugh was just like a yes. I promise you, sometimes Nate's laugh just be a yes. Like, she's just like, you just like, oh, yeah, she did it. Like, yeah. Y'all don't even need the answer. It's a yes. But then, yeah, Nate, so basically, Nate's like, I'm going to take a shot. And Casey's like, oh, Lord. Mind y'all, I don't think she took that shot. I think she ended up probably taking only one snake shot. And she didn't answer like a couple questions, but Nate only took one snake shot. So y'all do the math. But moving on, it was, Casey, do you plan on marrying your girl? And like, BD, are you in love or something like that? So Casey's like, yeah, I plan on marrying her by the end of this year or maybe next year. Which is like, we hear wedding bells for Casey. Like, please don't play with him. And BD's like, her and Ricky just said the love word, like, oh, they in love, like, this is love. But I think it's like, so this is love. Yes, so this is love. But yeah, that's the love. That's that love for real. Like, yeah, do you love me? But yeah, you feel me? And then it was another question, like, basically Toya had to pick who she thought had the threesome. And I feel like she easily, like, that was an easy question. Casey, before Toya even had a chance, Casey's like, boom, pointed right at BD. Honestly, I did not know that, but okay. Okay, BD, like, go off then, go crazy. But honestly, from this video, I have learned something. Nay and Trey, Armand's brother, yes, Armand's brother Trey, they are definitely Sagittarius. Like the way where they'll get a question, it'll be like a yes or no. So they'll answer the question with yes or no, but then they'll be like, but, and then it's that explanation. Like I've learned that throughout several videos. I'm like, Trey and Nay are that same when it comes to answering questions. Like they'll do that yes or no, but then they're like, but here's the thing. Like they gotta add the explanation. I think it's cute though, cause I'm like, oh my god, like I'm seeing similarities with these sags. Like I'm gonna need y'all to hop in the videos together still. Also, I can't remember the question. I think it was like, have you ever cheated on your girl? Casey's a faithful man. Oh, he said, no, I don't do that, We love to hear that. And then it was Nate bringing up the whole Meech situation. That sent me like, oh yeah, you saw him at the grocery store or something. I'm like, yo, we played too much. Like, too much. But yeah. And it was like, who cooks the best out of everybody that was sitting on that couch? And he said Nay. But Nay was like, it's because I like cook for you more. Which is true because he's had several of Nay meals now that we've actually got to see as well. And then another question that was like funny to me because it's like, well, what's one thing that basically what's one thing Toya don't know about Nay? And Nay's like, well, they said she ain't no like Santa Claus, but yeah, she ain't that. Nay ain't that, okay? So that was one of the questions. And now let me tell y'all, because it was Casey's response, okay? It'd be Casey's like response and reactions to some of these questions. So it's like, have you ever like had, done it in a weird spot? And Casey's like, well, I've done it outside. And then Casey's like, so like where at? Like he really wanted to know where at, which was sending me. Like, where was that at? I'm like, Casey, bro, why she gotta be specific? Like, you want her to drop the coordinates almost. But that sent me, because Casey was like, so where was that at? That was in New Orleans? I was like, goodbye. Goodbye, Casey. And it was like, okay, y'all, this one sent me too. It was like, how did Casey satisfy his sexual needs in prison, right? So it's him like, okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on, let's get it right. So it's him like, what? Say that again? And then he goes on to say, what it said? Like, but yeah, he ended up saying like, he did what he had to do to get by. Of course, he got in trouble a few times, he said. But yeah, he said he did what he had to do to get by. Like, okay, Casey. Okay, sir. No holdbacks, no holdbacks. Okay, y'all, and then it's them messing with Nay with this question. I feel like Toya be doing this on purpose because basically it was like, Toya was like, okay, so it says to all, are y'all in a relationship? So Toya's like, I am. Beedy's like, I am. Casey's like, I am. And then it's Nay, why do y'all keep doing this? So I think that was the one. She didn't even take a shot for that one. But yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, Toya be doing that on purpose at this point. Like, stop playing. She be playing with her own daughter. Because I think both times she didn't ask that question, which is crazy. Okay, y'all, so the other question was a guilty pleasure question. Like, what's y'all guilty pleasures? So Casey was like, I bite my toes. And it's Toya, you bite your toes right now at this old age. And then, it's Beedy talking about, yeah, I like rubbing on butts. I know Toya was done with both her siblings at that point. Like, what is going on? Like, it was a funny video. I'll definitely recommend y'all go tune in. It was good vibes. And y'all know the vibes as always. I love y'all and deuces.